Hello and welcome, gentle beings, to the continuation of Star Wars Saturdays, the heist of a lifespan. We are going to probably get right into highlights and all this good jazz. If you want to know about these characters and these wonderful players, watch the first episode. It'll also introduce me, and I'm wonderful if I do say so myself. But as we had left off, there had been a smaller heist, not of a lifespan, but of a ship part that would keep Janella Jantek from leaving the planet, thanks to very chaotic gremlins. And
It was shiny, and I wanted it.
well, yeah. And there had been a introduction of Janella and one of the villains to the two of our other watchers and mercenaries. And I think Cam had even finagled his way into Janella's ranks of guards. Yeah, but first, let's do the highlighting for this session. Remember that the first scene you ever roll a highlighted stat, you increase your pulse by 1. The person who has the most strings on you chooses one highlight, then you choose the second. I have no power here. So we will start in character keeper order. Refi, who chooses for you?
I am looking across the way, and it appears that would be Cam.
I think I want to see Refi. Be sharp.
Be sharp. Okay, cool. And I will. I'm going to force Refi into situations where they have to throw their charm. So hot.
That seems more than fair. And I think you also pick for Cam if I've checked everything out.
I do. I want to see Cam learn more about the galaxy. So highlight sharp, please.
Sharp. And let's see. I think I'm going to be daring. Yes. Okay.
And Brian says he's set to comment only. Is there a way to
yeah,
alter
I just relinked. So hopefully, Brian, that'll work for you.
Okay. Varsk, who highlights for you?
Emmett, I think. Yeah.
You are muted, Sid.
Let's go with daring again. I think things are going to heat up.
And I'm the frozen, so I'm going to stick with cold.
No sweat. And Emmett, who chooses for you?
Farsk also chooses for me.
Very much so. 5 strings. Wow.
I will be impressed if anyone ever highlights for me. Anyone else ever gets to have more, I will be impressed.
Daring.
All right. And I'm going to choose cold.
Yeah, so I think the scene is cutting in Emmett. I mean, you have this gigantic piece of a legally obtained ship and you're a legally obtained war droid. Where are you leading Refi on this chase away from Janella's ship as we can't come in on you two?
Honestly, I think Emmett's best plan right now is chilling in a dumpster. Has just found a good tactical side alley to just fucking post up and hole up out of sight.
Oh, this can definitely be the side alley that leads to the cantina that is in Goldoon. And I think, yeah. I think as are you like there's got to be some kind of Star Warsian dumpster that is like probably has like a few little droids hovering around it looking for scrap and other things as Emmett comes storming up. And do you just drop the engine piece in? Do you set it like to the side so it looks like it might be garbage, it might not be?
I think I'm getting in the dumpster with it.
Yeah, Refi, how are you reacting to this?
Is there a secret passage through that dumpster, Emmett?
Is there a secret passage through it?
No, this is a dumpster.
Yeah, no, I think Emmett's just got like the little robot head just kind of like popping out, and it's just like peering around, taking it. It looks like he's just like found a nice little hidey hole.
I'll keep watch down the alley.
I think as you're about to say you're going to take watch, there is a loud growl. Though this is not just a creature's growl, as subtitles will pop up for those not attuned to Wookiee, that just says, "Oh, for Kark's sake, another scavenger," and this huge Wookiee with, I think, a broom that has seen better days and probably hit many smaller droids. Comes out, towers over it. You just sees the war droid's head and starts like beating it with the broom to try and get you out of the dumpster. This is Ricola.
Oh, I see. Hold, friend. Perhaps we could just let my friend rest here for a moment. He's had a rough afternoon.
She stops whacking slowly as she looks at, I think it's, kind of like whack, 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 soft bat. The growling again. Your friend rests in trash.
It's new information for me as well. But it seems so.
There are drinks inside if you would prefer to wait inside. And she's talking to Reef. You look like a droid in it, so you do your weird trash thing, but
yeah,
there might be a customer here.
Yeah, I think Emmett is just like playing a little bit of like whack-a-mole with this thing, just like trying to duck just enough that the lid like protects them every time the broom comes down, and just like muttering kind of like darkly in Jawa, quick enough that it might be mistaken for some kind of droid language.
Ooh.
Emmett, why don't we go inside and slake our thirst, and you can investigate your device there. I'll buy the first round. I'm trying to throw my charm.
Go for it. That sounds wonderful.
Cool. I will increase my pulse by 1 because you just roll it. You don't have to actually be good at it. And that's good because I have a -1 in aforementioned thing. And I failed with a 4.
Okay. I think Emmett, feel free to suggest something different, but I think the engine block or the piece of ship that Emmett has, like as you guys are walking in, like maybe getting out, like the camera pans in, like a tracker starts blinking.
Oh man.
I do think that's interesting.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure because I was the one who rolled the fail. I just want to make sure you're cool with it, Sid. So
Yeah. Can I also be rolling this Wookiee or rolling to read this Wookiee?
Yes. Roll that.
Alright.
I think it's just sharp here too.
Yeah. Hold on. Got to get that roller open. There we go. All right. Do. I also roll snake eyes.
Well,
Alright.
I think you get to ask one question anyway. Let me check. Read a person. Oh no, it's just
Nope. Just a fail.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I think Raquel like holds up her hand as Refi says, like, let's go inside. I'll buy the first round. Points at Emmett and begins growling again, like no trouble droids, only service droids allowed inside. He can go, it can go elsewhere. You can come inside.
Glance over at Emmett. Maybe leave that behind and come in.
Yeah,
No
just
one
like a
would look for
tiny
you.
thumb up goes out of the lid of the dumpster and then quickly dives back down before it can get whopped.
Yeah, so Emmett is willing to come out of the heart or the android.
Yeah, I think his plan is to wait for the Wookiee to leave and then just kind of like walk in as a Jawa.
Gotcha. She will turn. I think she is not wanting you to stay in the dumpster is the thing, and that's
We'll be right along, and I'll throw a couple credits.
Yeah, she'll take
Yeah.
money and leave very
There we
easily.
go.
And yeah, I think with that, let's cut back in to check with Varsk and Cam. I think Varsk, you were still outside the building last we checked, or had you been able to get inside with Cam as the
I think like the other guards had like bailed, and so there was no one stopping me from going inside. So I think I had gone inside. I don't know if me and Cam had actually reconnected yet.
Gotcha. I think we had last left off with Lim inviting Janella to the to like view the facilities and stay there overnight, like his personal area. And Cam had been like inside hearing that, and like that was like one of the bigger cliffhangers. But yeah, I think like by the time you get inside Varsk, Cam and the others have heard, there was some kind of like crazed fan activity at the ship. Someone took a bigger than average piece of memorabilia. We're stuck planet side till it's replaced. And Janella has thus taken the only offer to stay somewhere. And
Right, and I think I had like calmed the other two, telling them like, oh yeah, I think it's going down now because someone like attacked her ship.
yeah.
So be ready.
Yeah. So I think that Kaminoan has gotten an autograph, has gotten his memorabilia signed from Janella, and is leaving the room, sweeping out to let her greet her adoring fans. And like as soon as the magistrate leaves, Cam, the other like elite guard, and Varsk, I think, are in a room, and you see her take a seat. and just like put her forehead in her hands as she takes a moment to compose herself and realize that she's stuck on another backwater planet again. Vars, this seems emotional and you are not the best with emotions. How are you reacting to her distress?
Her distress? I think I'm ignoring her distress. I don't really care about that. I'm looking to get to somewhere with some kind of vantage point to look out to see like the attack that I think is coming on this location.
I think she had like her dressing room has a balcony to overlook the place. If you'd like to get out there and roll to let me see, is it just read a person or is there a read a? I don't think there is a exactly a read a sitch move here. Okay, so
yeah, no, it doesn't.
yeah. So I think you can get, you can see the this, I guess, like what I'll take it from page from Legacy. If you don't see a move for it, you just do it. And you step outside the balcony. There is smoke coming from the ship that has taken a few laser hits. Give me 1 second. There are like more of her bodyguards are coming back, and you see like some are looking wistful, like they've missed out on something, and the ones who do not look they've missed out look like shell shocked, like they saw something that was more terrifying than should be on this planet. And Cam, Janella, I think takes a deep breath, like starts composing herself, begins putting on a bit more makeup to hide her features, and I think she looks back over her shoulder to you, looks over at Varsk. I believe we may have gotten off on the wrong foot, but you seem capable. Do you have any other capable friends that could help me while I have a stay on this intriguing world?
That's a very diplomatic way of putting it. We have friends. We can take care of you. It depends on what you're looking for. What's important to you, Janella?
That the only story I have when I leave this world is one of rest and relaxation. I was looking to not have an adventure for once.
Sometimes people of your stature are like gravity. They cause adventure around them. How do you feel about not being you for a little while?
Yeah, I think she smiles at that, and I'm listening.
If we were to, in order for you to get the rest that you're looking for, I don't think you'll be able to do this because you're so well known. And we should probably see if we can't get you somewhere else. And I think that would entail you not looking like Janella. So if it were me, I would try to look like someone else, and then we would try and make it look as if Janella had left.
She nods, and just to check in, do you think by trying to get her like freedom, basically, that you're falling back on your ideals, Cam? Or not
Maybe.
yet?
I think that's very much what he's trying to do is get Janella what she's looking for and empathizes with the
Mhm.
freedom that she craves. Absolutely.
Okay. So feel free to strike out that bit from your playbook and choose a interesting benefit from your options.
Okay.
And Janella will I think agrees, and like as the guards come, the bodyguards and mercenaries from her ship come in. I think there are a few that are obviously more femme presenting, but this one figure just has like the Jedi style robe on, the Star Wars version of the trench coat and hat for a costume.
Mhm.
And I think Janella begins speaking in like another foreign language that is probably new to me, probably maybe new to Star Wars, but again has that subtitle of your time is now. And she pulls down the hood, and there is a very convincing look-alike, maybe almost body double of Janella, who sits down and begins putting on makeup as Janella takes the robe and the I think it's this small like hollow collar, which just like it doesn't make her look like a different species or a different person, but like sort of like fattens her features, makes her look more like a bit like she's swollen or fuller figured in the face. So it's a pretty good pretty instant disguise, but won't hold up to close scrutiny.
So this double, is this a clone?
No, and from what you can tell, this is very much an Amidala situation. Just like someone in a high position needs someone to take on, and when you're signing like 120 autographs a day, sometimes they don't pay too much attention with the other 120 looking different slightly.
I see. Okay. Yeah, and I think that I'm going to help Janella look a little bit more normal. And I tell her, your existing guards will draw attention. Everyone knows that they came in with you, so they should probably stay with your decoy. But myself and Varsk here, we are, locals. So no one would take any notice of us leaving, with another local. And I think I also, in trying to perfect the disguise, I think I do something. I think I probably like take one of her shoes and take off the heel just to put her a little bit off balance so that whenever she's walking around, she doesn't have that same grace that she normally does.
Yeah, I think this seems like an intimate moment. Do you? I will let you take a string on Janella.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and she will agree. And I think for just expedition, like she's not been to a cantina or a dive bar in a while, and seems like it might be a good fun time. I think with that, if it's okay, Varsk, Cam, and Janella can be headed off to the cantina where Emmett and Refi have found themselves at.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Yeah, and we will the cantina is known as the depth charge. And I think we will cut back to Refi and Jawa Emmett entering the depth charge from their shenanigans out in the alley. The depth charge is a very I think it is a very marine themed of course canteen. Like there are pictures of famous Mon Calamari, Nautilins up in places. I think even I think there like there is a corner of Kaminoans and Selkath, but they are much more in minority of the glory side of the depth charge. And I think there is a sign that says no sedition, and then like someone scribbled in I think actually in Jawa under it, because Jawa is so hard to parse for most people unless it's funny. And there is a man behind the bar who is almost as much human as General Grievous was. I think he looks more human, but if you get close, a lot of his skin has the unnatural sheen of like synth skin, and he will like even like have little ports opening and hissing on his arms to add to drinks or food he makes. And the music playing is I think it is a somber lounge act from a very masculine Twi'lek who is crooning his heart out to some Nabooan theme that he is adding too much chest vocalization to. But Refi, Emmett, you have found yourselves in the death charge. There are several, I think several of the tables have been taken. Rakola has walked in. I think you guys get, I think Refi at least gets cheered as she enters because she's brought everyone around as the Wookiee had come in and passed it around on her.
Yeah. Emmett, it's interesting to see you as you.
Yeah, I think Emmett is just gonna kind of like wave awkwardly and is maybe gonna go try to set up a cover story a little bit, and just kind of like runs up to like a bartender or like somebody from the kitchens if he can find them, and just start trying to pawn off some of like the more expensive spices that they stole from the hut bungalow. and just very much playing up the Jawa, just like Nigan spice, 13 credits, 13.
I think Refi, I think one of the cooks or like the wait staff that is coming out serving some food from the kitchen looks down, looks up at you, Refi. Is your pet rabid?
Not my pet. And no. Have you ever seen a Jawa?
Yes, but aren't they usually collared in this type of space? And I think they bend down, and I think like they look at Emmett and like what do you have, little guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna just show him whatever containers of stuff I have, but he has stopped talking at this point.
Yeah, with showing that spice, maybe throw your charm to see if their tune changes.
All right. I'll go ahead and give it a shot.
Damn, dice
Okay.
rollers.
I feel like that means I chuck it at his head.
That is, yeah.
If I rolled a 2.
That is
I was
fair.
trying to decide how much Emmett loses his cool at that situation, and I think we just decided.
Yeah, and everyone, don't forget it is XP on a miss.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so I think you chuck this spice packet at this. I think this person is yeah, it is just a uppity human. I'm on Terrace again. It feels like it. And they are now covered in red orange mist. It is soaked into their hair. It is landed in all the drinks that he was carrying. He's sputtering, he's coughing, and I think with that mist from the other end of the bar, you hear someone cry out, "Hey, that was my food! I've been waiting 30 minutes!" And this big Trandoshan stands up, which are these, imagine the lizard people from Star Trek as a Trandoshan kind of thing.
All right.
And like this like guy comes storming up, and I think looks down at Emmett, looks at Refi, and looks at the waiter, and you can see like violence is the answer. It's just who has to whose question has to be asked, but for it kind of thing. He's debating who to go for from all of you. Mhm.
Do I'm looking at burn bridges, and that seems like the thing I do to manipulate the situation, potentially.
That's fair.
Oh, so I'm gonna give that a try. Where like Emmett's immediate reaction is like, "Hey, that was my food. It took me 30 minutes." And he's like, "Well, then your wait staff is terrible." Why is it? Bing, but roll again. I'm gonna level up today.
Yeah. I think this is the perfect time for Cam, Varsk, and Janella to walk in, as the Trandoshan has picked up Emmett, and I think is about to chuck the Jawa out one of the hollow windows. And Emmett, what condition do you think this puts you, gives you?
Oh gosh, let's take a look. Insecure for sure.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I guess I would definitely move to defend Emmett. I think that makes sense.
Oh yeah, Varsk is good at that.
Yeah, let's roll that defend and see how it goes. If the dice roller is anything, it's not going to be great, but
Yeah, let's see. Okay, that's a 7. Use defend word.
Best we've done all night.
that means you choose one option. You avoid the hits, make the attacker mark a condition, or impress whomever you're defending and take a string on them.
I guess I will make them mark a condition.
Yeah, I think that is like for NPCs, it's usually vulnerable. And I think how are you defending Emmett? Like, do you get in his face, pull him down, or catch him when he's thrown?
Yeah, I think it is kind of a catch. Yeah, like they're trying to just slam him, and I just catch him and maybe like shift the momentum so they're not like impacting on the ground; they're just sliding across the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the attack is 0 harm to you, Vars, because you've stopped the harm that was going to go through by defending. But as like the Trandoshan is like thrown this Jawa, it becomes very obvious in the depth charge that this guy committed violence against one of the few people here that does not look like they could commit violence back very easy. And it's kind of like this dive bar thing of just like, bro, not cool.
Half the people here want to get in the fight.
Yeah.
and you're tossing the Jawa around.
Yeah, and I think that's like when the one person taller than him, that Wookiee from outside, just like looms over him, taps his shoulder, and points to the hollow window and points to the door, and he gets the gist of you're leaving one way or another. And Janella looks over at Cam and is like, excitement already. You did say this. Maybe this isn't as much of a disappointing place as I thought.
I think Cam walks over and has seen kind of part of this altercation and picks up that bowl that's been overspiced and everything, and kind of shoves it in the corner and kind of points over there for Janella to sit down, and then kind of grabs Varsk and Emmett up and kind of herds them back that direction and points at Refi so we can all kind of gather around one of those tables and have a discussion.
Yeah, you managed to get everyone to the table. I think as the like a different wait staff will come over and I believe bring Emmett this drink that is like half his size, and as an apology from the bartender, Jack just gives a salute to the Jawa, and you all will take your order and give you your first free round. Free for everyone but one person at the table. And but yeah, you guys are left to discuss what has happened.
Yeah, I think Emmett is mostly just chugging his drink right now. This went from being a pretty cool day to being a pretty bullshit day for him very quickly.
And I think Cam just speaks very bluntly as like, we have a guest here, we're here to protect them, and their desire is to take it easy and relax.
So before I introduce misadventures and hijinks, Refi can't tell that Janella is sitting at the table right now, right?
And Cam just tried to subtly state this was our guard, this was our guard person. And I really like it if Refi doesn't pick that up. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll say, well, thanks to Emmett, Janella's ship won't be leaving anytime soon. I say it all like, yeah, we're professionals. We got this done.
That's so interesting. The voice modulator makes her sound just a bit off, but yeah. How did are you all professionals?
And I think I lean over and I put up a finger, and then I lean over to Emmett and I say, "What did you do?"
Emmett said, I think Emmett will just say, like, oh, Refi said we should take it. Come and see, come and see.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, if you go out into the alley, Emmett, where did you leave your droid armor?
I think I left it kind of like powered down. How big is this engine part? Is it bigger than me?
I imagine it's half the size of the armor. I'm imagining it's kind of like a big. It would be like taking the motor out of a muscle car, like size.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. All right. So yeah. So like, if I couldn't have fit it in like the chassis where like I would usually sit, I think they're both probably just were just chilling in the dumpster, as that was like the most out of sight spot I could think of.
Yeah, I think you will all see various stormtroopers coming out in the alley searching for something that is beeping on a device held in one of their hands. or like they are coming it down into the alley as they're sweeping through, checking the. I think there were 3 total. What does Emmett or anyone do when they notice this as they step outside into the alley?
I think Emmett might try to distract them basically, and just go up and make like a fuss.
Sounds like you're doing something risky.
Yeah, that sounds like what I'm doing too. I'm not great at that, but I do
level
get
up,
experience. Yeah.
Oh no, you got a 9.
Yeah. Well,
And-
it's I don't know if outside the diner is a new scene or if this is the same scene.
Oh, no, this is a new scene, but you get a pulse. You don't get experience when it's highlighted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
I
get
got
a
you.
you get experience on a miss.
Okay.
Which means you've made a lot of experience.
I have a lot of pulse. All right.
There'll be a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay. I think you can distract these guards,
Uh-huh.
but they're just an honor guard. If you distract them, you will not, they will be the vanguard for the Jedi Kara Tumult, which is the Sith bodyguard of the head of the cloning prison.
Oh, Emmett's not thinking that far ahead, so he's just gonna kind of like run out there and just start shouting at them very quickly, and just like, "What are you doing here? Go away! Go away!"
Yeah, I think unlike Rich, I don't have the voice modulator for the stormtroopers, but just it's what is this one saying? Quick, get out the translator. No, it's set to Hut. No, that's Bothan. When did we get Bantha on this thing? He keeps turning the dial till it finally gets to Jawa and starts translating Emmett as Emmett's little like Jawa kind of like high pitched noise. I think I think they have it set to like the Pierce Brosnan kind of setting, just like this smooth voice comes out from Jawa to translate Emmett's words. The Star Wars, like we can get anyone to be a voice actor we want kind of money here, and they start, like looking down. It's like what we're looking for something. We have something for trade. You have information, guy? I think one of the other like stormtroopers like looking past. How the others come into the alley with Emmett out? Like is Cam, Refi, and Varsk out here with Janella? I think
Sure.
they the stormtroopers will look like one stormtrooper will look in the back, kind of confused, like start like pressing a signal on or a signal on his helmet, like to signify to someone else that there might be something going on. I think, but yeah, Emmett, they are they're saying if you want to trade for knowledge, and they have not nearly as shiny as you've gotten, not nearly as
Yeah.
as mechanically complex as you've gotten recently, but they do have some stuff on them.
Yeah, yeah, and Emmett is trying to drag it out as much as like, what do you got? What do you got? And is like maybe like behind his back, just like.
So I think I'm going to see that. I'm going to lean over and tell the other two, grab whatever there is and get out of here. While Emmett and I'm going to go back up Emmett, distracting the Stormies. So I'm going to walk up, but I'm fairly tall. I'm going to imposingly, back up, and I'm like, It's just Jawa bothering you.
No, he's not bothering us. He's just like, wait, he's not giving us any information yet. We're looking for this engine piece that we might get a promotion if we find it. It's very important. Have you seen it, citizen?
I have not seen that. And I looked at Emmett, you know, trying to figure out if this is what Emmett was talking about. And I'm adding all the numbers together. Yeah.
Yeah. And Emmett says, like, why you interfere with this trade if you don't know nothing? Emmett has seen the thing, I will tell you. But I need to know what you have. And just goes back into like the negotiations. It's like, do you want information? I can give you information. And just like roping Cam back in and like turning it into like a complicated like three-way deal.
Yeah, well, that is going on a Refi and Varsk. Are you trying to sneak out Emmett's heart and the engine block?
That seems like a good idea, although the engine block part, maybe Varsh doesn't want us to sneak that out because then the engine could be fixed. But yeah, sneaking out the Emmett's mech is probably good since there are a bunch of Stormies around here. So I'll do that. And I plan on getting the engine unless Varsk says anything about it.
Man, I have no clue what the engine part is.
It's
what
an
that
engine
has
part.
to do with us.
No, okay. Oh,
Brian
Varsh
knows.
does. Oh, sorry.
Varsh doesn't.
Yeah, you're right. Nice.
Yeah, that was your secret mission.
Yeah, we were too good at it. Cool.
So if you want to leave me to hide A62, you could focus on the engine, I guess.
Okay.
I would say this is either defending Emmett or doing something risky, whichever you'd like.
Mm.
I would like to do something risky.
Oh, go for it.
Sure. Okay. So I guess from Var's point of view, yeah, for some reason A62 is like powered down.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why didn't they say? Oh God. Okay. Yeah. And I just gotta get A62 out of here.
It'll be fine. The dice bot has apparently changed its tune for a bit.
Okay. So what am I doing? I'm doing something risky.
That is with
That's
cold.
cold. Okay.
You're very good at it, I believe, is the frozen.
Yes. Great.
There
That
we
is
go.
a 13.
Yeah, so you do it with ease. You will you know how to handle this android and or this droid and get it out. Refi, there is that, like, I think you now notice the tracker that is beeping on this big engine block. So you can take the engine and move it or just move the tracker.
Ooh. Let's move the tracker. I don't really want to have to carry around an engine block anyway.
Yeah, you're not a war droid. How could you?
Taking the engine part out was just so the ship doesn't leave. The more we carry this around, the more chance there is of someone discovering it, fixing the ship, and then she leaves. So yeah, I'll snag the tracker and look a couple places and maybe scoot out a little bit and throw it up onto a roof or into the street, something away.
Yeah, I will offer you the same choice.
Unless there's a womp rat, and then of course I'll have to tie the tracker to the womp rat and scare it away. Because
well, now that you've put that thought in my head, there has to be a womp rat there.
yes, I will do something risky. If only I can put a tracker on a womp rat, because that just seems like the thing to do. I'm pretty good at this, so that means I'm totally going to fail because I said that. An 8.
Ooh, let's see. So
A worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay.
You can put the device on the Womp Rat, but because you startle it and obviously send its adrenaline spiking, it's going to go back to its nest, which is someplace that is important to the mercenaries.
Oh, I wouldn't know that. Totally happens.
Yep. So you put on the Womp Rat, it begins squeaking in surprise, indignation, finally anger as you put it down, as it's being skittering away with the tracker, and the guards are trying. I think the stormtroopers have been like trying to bargain with Emmett. Like pulling out a blaster, like no, not that blaster. That's an everyday blaster, and like pulling out this like service blast, like this like kind of like a cavalry saber kind of blaster-esque thing. It's like you can't trade that. The Moth would kill you kind of thing, and almost offering out the frag grenade. I think there's like a few scenes like them offering out this frag grenade, like pulling it back, pulling it out, and Emmett almost pulling out the pin every time he grasps for it. And then finally, I think there is the as the signal tracker goes skittering away, the stormtroopers will notice this, it's on the move, this way, and they'll run past the alley. This speeder will go by, and I think again, like with darker robes on this time, there is someone on the speeder as it goes by, but y'all have successfully defused situation for now. And I would say, is this where we want to take our first break? Welcome back. We have just sent off stormtroopers and a secret, not threatening, unknown NPC off in the direction of a scared Womp Rat. Everything is fine. Nothing as bad is going to befall our mercs. As I think the disguised Janella is having fun. This is more adventures than she thought she was going to see at a cantina, and getting the stormtroopers off on a wild Womp Rat chase is always more fun than not. And I think she will head over to Emmett at actually, I think she will go over to Refi after all this adventure, and she'll look at them and say, you really know how to handle your wildlife. You wrangle animals often.
No, I just know that Womp Rats are more, people are more afraid of them than they should be. They're not domesticated, but they're not vicious.
Well, I do know that some planets have a infestation of them. I do take my part in that. When I was in my role of laser blast Callie and the adventures of her commandos. Well, one of my sidekicks had a Womp Rat sidekick, and that got many people to decide their kids could have a Womp Rat pet, and they've been shipped all over the galaxy now.
I'm sorry, and you are
just a I have heard of the exploits of many and she she looks quite taken aback as she realized she is immediately broken character.
Yeah, I want to get a read off of her right now.
Go for it.
I don't trust it, so I will roll with sharp.
As they say, never work with animals or children.
That's a 10. Haha.
Yeah, you get to ask 2. And you don't have a list.
ask up to 2 questions. Well, just to get the obvious out of the way, do I get a vibe that, like, who is this? There, I'll just ask that. Who's this? Who is this?
This is I think this is obviously your Mark, Janella Jantek.
Great. How do I make sure Emmett and of course I don't end up getting in terrible trouble for having broken her ship?
Ooh. Keep her safe from your employer.
Okay, that seems fair. That's a legit request. All right, those are my 2. Thank you.
Yeah. And
Not your best role. I've seen you in a lot of things, Janella. This is not your best role. No offense.
I've really got to stop bragging about myself, but I've done so much, and I know you're all as proud of me as I am of myself.
I could see how that's a significant barrier for you.
And I think she looks down at Emmett and is like, that one was drinking an amazing amount of Dantooine grog. Did Jawas get drunk?
Do you?
I think it's funny if it's not necessarily like the same effect. Like maybe it's like caffeine for them, and he's just like a little bit jittery now.
Oh no. Our gremlin has ADHD. Lovely.
Like you didn't already.
Yeah, and I think she will look at Varsk and look at Cam, and these are your allies, I take it.
These are the ones who will protect you and make sure that you have a good time here. So.
Not me though. I'm the engineer.
Yeah. I think she will bend down and hat Emmett, like take a Star Wars selfie with him. And it's like, no, but you're entertaining.
Just kind of grits his teeth through that.
I'm sorry, I froze for a second.
Oh.
What did
we
you
good?
say, Sid? Yeah, I'm good now.
Yeah, Emmett just kind of grits his teeth through that.
Gotcha. And she I think she looks at, do you know how to bypass mentions whatever the engine part is?
Uh-huh. And I think he will kind of like glance at Refi briefly.
I give the like ixnay on the fixing a.
Yeah. And I think Emmett will just like spout some bullshit of like, yes, I could probably do it, but it would take a lot of time, and I would need to know if you had this and that. And I would have to deal with it later.
And she's like, holds up her hand. Whoa, that's very technical. Is it a yes? Is it a no? I'm mostly used to hearing yes.
Eventually.
She'll look back at Varsk and Camp. That's not a yes. I'm used to hearing yes.
If I'm approaching, I guess, like kind of manually controlling A62, I'm taking A62 straight to Emmett to repair.
Yeah.
And I wonder if this counts as me soothing a heart.
Ooh, it quite could. So I think we can all I think with Varks having escaped we can say that maybe we're heading back to the mercenary base with Janella, and then have Varks set up A62 on like Emmett's workbench, perhaps. Yeah, so like you've seen like the great care Varsk has taken with your heart, Emmett, and he's kept it up, done quite well, I think. As everyone enters this hold up this wonderful little warehouse place that Janella is looking around, oohing, awing. It's one thing to be on a set. It's one thing to be in an actual place. But yeah, Varsk and Emmett, your heart is laid out, ready to be worked on. And there we go.
As far as you want to go ahead and roll it.
Yeah. I think I have 4 pulse right now, and then I also get a +1. So I guess I'm rolling +5. Ooh, and I needed it because I rolled a 3. So that's an 8.
All right.
So I think you have a condition. So I'll go ahead and spend 1 pulse so that you can clear that condition.
Okay. Yeah, and I think do we establish that you know you don't know.
I don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think what that is Varsk is just very complimentary of A62, like
yeah,
get him back up and running. We I don't know, it's usually such a capable droid. I'm surprised he got knocked out of commission, but
yeah, and I think Emmett will say it's like he got into a fight with a Wookiee, had to power down for a bit. But just say, he's what the team needs. I'm not that great here. The sooner we can swap out, the better.
well, if you keep A62 running well, that's all we need from you. You're doing your part.
Yeah. And Emmett I think Emmett just kind of like buries himself in like semi fake work, just like cleaning out all the garbage and trying to make it look like, oh, this is going to be a while. I should wander off.
I will suggest, though, do you think, Emmett, that this is a moment of intimacy to see how much someone cares for your alter ego?
Yeah, I think it could be.
So, Varsk, since your intimacy move may trigger first, do you mind reading it off?
Let's see, where's that? When you reject a moment of intimacy with someone, they lose a string on you. If they have no strings on you, gain a string on them. If you do have a moment of intimacy with someone, give them 3 strings.
So I think this is like, I think the defining moment of this is when Emmett is just kind of like being self-depreciating and just like, yeah, clearly what this team needs is A62 and I'm just luggage. This is kind of like the deciding moment where Varsk is like, yeah, A62 is great. You should stay out of danger, kid. Or if you're like, if you decide to like stand up for Emmett himself. And that's like that crux point, seems like to me.
Yeah, no, I don't think I try to convince him at any difference. Like, yeah, it probably easier on us if you stay with the ship, if you stay out of harm's way, so we don't need to.
Yeah, lose a string, Emmett, and that intimacy is blocked.
Okie doke. Down to 2. Okay.
Yeah, and Cam, Refi, Janella is I think left your side, is like looking around this place, trying to figure out like probably which is her bed. But you two have a moment to yourself as your charge is exploring your base.
How did you manage that?
Well, you know, we are good and we're just trying to make sure she's protected. How did you mismanage and it's over? Did we bring the engine with us? I assume we did.
Oh, I left it in the dumpster unless Sam
did
went
you?
back for it. I don't care.
Okay. Then I turn around and I'm like, how do we manage that? And I point to Emmett, right?
What? Emmett was great. If it hadn't been for Emmett, we thought Janella was going to leave. We were wrong.
Yeah, and I think she needs a little bit of a break. That's what she's asked for. So
Huh.
so what should we do now?
We should probably get Emmett fixed up first. And we need to get all the information we can and get this job over with. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, Janella wants to leave pretty much as soon as possible, right? Yeah. Okay. And we can get this job over as soon as basically we get that ship repaired.
Yeah, I think at this point Janella comes back. She's checked out the rooms and she looks at Cam. I really appreciate everything that you are doing for me, but I do believe I will be taking that Kaminoan's offer and staying at his place. It seems a bit more palatial than this area.
Oh, of course, you're right. I just maybe I misunderstood that you wanted to avoid the crowds and have a relaxing time, which I don't think you'll be able to do at the Kaminoan's place.
Ooh, sounds like someone's throwing their charm.
Okay. Oh. And I got a 7.
Ooh, so let's see. Throwing your and you have a string on her. I don't know if that can. I think I would just add 1 to your thing if you. On 10 plus, choose 3 from below. On a set of 9, choose 2.
So I think I like the idea that well, what I'm trying to get out of this is we can better protect her if she stays with us.
Mhm.
So I think that would be inflict vulnerable on them to make her seem like she needs to stay with us so we can protect her.
Okay, and your other option. I assume you don't want her to get a string on you, or do you want to get another string on her?
I think I want to see what she does with a string on me. So I'll take another string on her, and she can have a string on me.
Excellent. And I think she sighs, looks around. If you say it is as bad, if you say it is bad, or at least not advisable to go, I suppose I could stay, but I do wonder what Kaminoan wine tastes like.
Oh, and I think I look over at Emmett at their workbench and everything, and I'm like, we might be able to get a hold of some of that for you. Think of it like camping. It's not going to be as nice, but you're going to get a little dirty, but it might recharge you a little bit.
Yeah. She'll nod and Refi, I think you are getting a signal from your employer to talk.
I'll be right back. And then I'll just step away. That's the whole not worried about their opinion of me. Just gonna step out and
Yeah.
get my little hollow projector, probably head to like an alcove or someplace
You
away.
probably have like
that-
your own room at the very least,
Yeah,
too.
Here we
Yeah.
go. I'll head to my room.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
Lim,
no way anyone could like eavesdrop, but yeah, I've gone to my room.
Yeah. Lim appears on your on the projector, and he look like it is hard to tell a Kaminoan's expressions very often, but you
Mhm.
can immediately tell he is not happy. I see she is land bound, but she is not inbound. Her decoy may have fooled those lesser fans, but this is not who I invited to stay with me.
Well, I'm sorry you're disappointed.
I don't have to remain disappointed. I have had some good news, though. It seems that you are in affiliation with something that is of importance to my kind.
What's that?
There is a droid that our people created to hunt down rogue specimens, and well, you don't need to know the purpose behind it. They are an employee. He will pull up the schematics, or the old schematics before A16 had been completely upgraded by Emmett. I need its data core.
Very well. And
Yeah,
I
very-
think Refi kind of glances over at their shoulder at the targeting reticle.
Yeah, and Lim will the rage dissipates to the general Kaminoan neutrality, or at least like Elcor hard to read expressions, and he'll smile. It might be enough to get me off this backwater deployment as well. My people will be so happy, and it'll all be thanks to me. And just completely ignoring you.
If I get this droid to you, does that conclude our dealings and close out my contract?
If you get the entire droid to me, I will consider your contract fulfilled in full.
Understood. Well, enjoy your time with the decoy.
She doesn't even know about. She doesn't even know about the music videos. What? Click off.
Nice.
Yeah, you have been given another task by your employer.
I have indeed. Let's see. Yep. That sucks. 30 jobs. I get a +1 ongoing to carry out those orders. All right. That's my plan. I'm planning on doing it. Okay.
Yeah. So Emmett, you have been. You need to, I think, ready your heart. I think you were saying.
Yeah, just as I'm doing my repair montage out here and getting readjusted. So let's roll with pulse.
No, I think you just spend pulse to ready your heart.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use 2 pulse on strange but familiar, which is going to let me add an extra tag or an extra feature to my heart. And I'm going to choose your heart may act on its own, add the remote tag to one of your bases.
Ooh.
So yes, you got a remote control. So that's what I'm about right now. Is I want to feel less. I think Emmett especially just like really wants to feel like less useless when he has to be outside of the droid.
Gotcha. And I think as Varska, it seems your droid pal is up and about again. He is. Do you approach A16? Do you?
Yeah, I think that A62 is the who Vars talks to the most. So yeah, now that they're up and running, I think Vars has been wondering who our new this new person that we picked up is, but wasn't gonna like ask anyone except A62.
Janella or Emmett? You mean the new person being
Being
hidden-
this disguised Janella, yeah. No one's explained who this person is to Varsk yet.
So
Varsk
Emmett-
isn't going to ask because then
Yeah.
people would know that he doesn't know exactly what's going on.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you and A6 Emmett, do you want to speak for A16 or do you want me to speak for A16?
Yeah, I'll be A62.
A62, sorry.
Yeah, I think Emmett's gone back inside the droid and is kind of like come out, just like, what have I missed?
We looks like we didn't really pick up any new information on our the main target here, but we picked up this hanger on. Do you know what the deal is with them?
Can I imagine like the two of us are just kind of like arms crossed in the background of the scene with Cam and Giselle and just kind of like scoping things out. Can I go ahead and read a person from a distance? Just give my take on it. All right, let's go ahead and do that then. All right, so that's a 9, so I get to ask one question.
And she no, you get to ask 2 and she gets to ask one of you.
Okay. So yeah, I think I mean first thing Emmett probably says is like, man, nobody tells me anything on this job. But yeah, I'm gonna say I guess how cool are you? Like, are you gonna like is this new person gonna be like a narc and get in our way?
You get the feeling she's probably not she wouldn't be like a narc unless like you can tell that her comfort is really big to her. So she may betray you for creature comforts as long as those creature comforts are not like with a price tag.
Uh-huh.
she won't betray you for like just because something looks good and has, you know, a hitch to it. But you know, if it's like a fan offering her free shit, she may take it over you.
Hmm. Right. Yeah. So I think what Emmett's just, or what A62 is just gonna say is like, because we're at like some kind of warehouse or something. We've
Yeah,
stashed her.
your home base warehouse thing. Yeah.
Because I recall that our place that we were hiding out was like a hut bungalow,
That's right.
like an
Sorry.
abandoned hut bungalow that
Yeah.
was just like full of fancy shit.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry. Yeah.
So
I've
yeah,
been playing
I mean,
too much KOTOR where you just end up in like empty places.
yeah, if I can come up with a solution for this, like if we wanted like recon to like connect these two thoughts together, I think maybe there's like a warehouse like on the edge of this compound where it's like, well, if we take her all the way to the bungalow, then it's like obvious that we're squatters, and if she's not cool, then it's going to be an issue. But if we just like stash her here, we have a lot more plausible deniability. So I think maybe Emmett is the first one to say, like, I don't know why we're stashing here. And like, she would clearly have more fun up at like the actual manor. Like, let's just like, screw it. Let's just take her there. And let her like luxuriate and distract herself with shiny things.
Fair. Varsk, do you agree with the A62's assessment?
So do you know who this person is? And are you telling me who this person is?
Yeah, I think A62 is just like, apparently this is somebody important, but like, we're clearly not taking her on the heist. And she's clearly like, kind of like superficially just like more concerned with like the situation and like the decor and the food than she is with like security or anything like that. So like, all right, let's just like not ditch her, but like stash her somewhere where she'll be happy and out of our hair.
Okay. So is Varsk, do you agree? Emmett, do you, or A62, do you like move to take Janella deeper into the like manor part of the house or the hideout?
I don't think so. I think I say it like, I think I maybe say like, I don't know why we don't just take her to like the bungalow, like just like loud enough that she might pick up on it and be like, bungalow, you say?
Yeah. Okay. I think yeah, she'll look over. Like, what have you all been hiding? I mean, it's not all well, this.
Does Cam have anything to interject in that? Cam or Varsk?
I think that Cam is like, looking at her like, well, sure, but why don't we shore the bungalow?
As you guys take her into the old hut bungalow, I think I'm going to ask you the question she has in reserve for you, Emmett. How did you all come into possession of this place?
Yeah, I think maybe she sees me stop and like hit like the door code to get us like further into the compound, and just like very clearly gets like a glimpse of like it just like clearly not having the actual password and just hacking the pad.
Fair. and she will ooh and awe over like the different. And like huts get the rarest of the rare. They are the big game hunter assholes of Star
Yep.
Wars, pretty much. And like she's oohing and awing over the luxurious leftovers in this place. And I think like noting different things about the items that you might not have known of, like this this ceremonial sword is like one of 25 in this star system. This blaster here is like archaic, but is like what like all these TV blasters are modeled after. This like gets to like I think she like starts checking behind the old hut throne, because hut thrones have been known to hide some good party favors.
Yeah. If I can ask my second question, I think it's going to be, how do I get this lady to do or say something useful to get us on further with the heist?
I think you realize that like you do have an in to the clone prison. Like she has been invited and you all are guarding her. If she goes in and she has basically a free pass into that place. You can use her as a free pass if you're the bodyguards.
Okay. All right. Who else is up to shenanigans in this scene?
Yeah. Rifa, I think you're coming out of your room and like you notice like everyone has brought Janella in deeper. She almost you're lucky that she's busy with the throne trying to find hidden pockets and divots, as they could have been coming towards you in that horribly inconvenient time.
Listen, we need to work on the job sooner rather than later. Emmett, it looks like you got your droid back up and running.
Yep, he's a good mechanic.
Okay. So what's,
Go on.
shall we offer Janella something to do while we work on that?
I mean, we got like a pass to the cloning facility, right?
We do?
Jerks head over at her.
Oh, we do. Yeah. Well, should take advantage of that. I'm sure that you'd like to get off this planet sooner rather than later, Ms. Jantek.
I think there's like a hiss. She finally has found one of these hidden this like little divot opens up and this tray comes out of the hut throne, and she looks down excitedly, then is sad as like it's like some of those creatures the huts would have eaten, or like a creature the hut would have eaten. It's like she sighs and it skitters away. Yes, I do want off this rock.
Well, we are here to get something from a particular area where you have an open invitation. So why don't we work together? If you go there and we can retrieve the things that we're after, I promise you, you'll get off this rock immediately.
Do you think you're throwing your charm?
I think so. Of which I'm not very charming, but Pulse. Woof. Barely made it with a 7. So close. So close to failure. But not.
You get to choose 2. And she is already vulnerable. So
Reveal a weakness and take a string on them.
yeah.
And force them to choose one from below. Because situationally, a few of those don't make any sense, but I trust your creativity. So
I think she like the weakness she's showing is that she is kind like this. It's just kind of that, I guess, diva attitude, Beyonce mannerisms, and she is going to give in, but basically give in to your demands. It's just like, I honestly haven't even had a mani pedi in almost 2 days, and like this place does seem nice. You've all been very entertaining, but I do agree that it is rude to not show up where one is invited to.
great.
You all are welcome to join me, of course, as my own personal escorts.
Perfect. Thank you.
Where's that Jawa friend? He's oh, would he want to come along too?
I look at Emmett.
Yeah, A62 says he's patching up our ship so that once we're done, if your ship's not fixed, we can use that as an easy way out.
She nods and buys that excuse. Yeah, I think with that we might be able to take our second break. Be back. Yeah, with the brilliant manipulation of our stuff is not as shiny as their stuff. Janella has been convinced to try and get a taste of the high life, and the Sith Empire's generous estate. And as you are you all going there via speeder? Are you walking to this grand cloning facility, prison, through the city?
Speeder. So just to clarify, we're supposed to spring the original sample. So seems like a speeder would be a good idea, because we may have to.
The way I had figured is that you would what it most likely would be is probably like you guys go in with Janella, wait until night because you guys are her guards. You'd be like watching her all night, and then like trip the plan at night, or like from inside, a Trojan horse kind of.
Okay, cool.
Attempt. Is that
Yeah, that works great. I just wanted to check in because it seemed like walking would be suboptimal, but with that plan, it could totally work.
Yeah, like I've seen like there'll probably be ships inside you can take. There's like that usual Star Wars thing of we're breaking into the base, we're using the base to break out. Yeah, so and I assume like if you no one it pays Janella any mind because of course they've met the real Janella today. They've had their time with the getting the autographs or whatever they need, and as you all are arriving at this grand facility, it is I imagine it has that Inception kind of foghorn dong sound as it rises into the scene. It's set on a large mountainside that's been carved into for this place. It is pretty much impossible to get into except from the front or the top if you can fly in. And I think as you are walking up, how are you all arriving? Is Janella going to? Do you think Janella would be advised to take off her outfit near the place, or?
We should probably, if I'm not mistaken, the decoy is with the cloner right now. So I think
Yes.
it'd be good for us to go in a little bit secret and then swap places with the decoy.
Fair. So who is taking point with Janella? Because they are going to be the ones doing something risky.
I feel like historically that's been Cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. And
We've just chosen the least risky cold person. That's great.
I mean, you want me to do it?
Oh, you would get a pulse out of it. No, if Cam's been doing it and Cam's her handler, Cam should handle. I like it.
Yeah, Cam's very confidently like, I can get you in and out. It'll be okay. Let's roll and see what that looks like. So that's a 4. I'm going to spend 2 pulls to re-roll, right?
gotcha. You can.
Yes. Let's see if I can get better. That's an 8.
That is better. Hard choice, risky option, or a worse outcome. You can I think you can switch places with the decoy, but yeah, Lim Uin will immediately know that it's changed and his plans will go into motion.
Yeah, I kind of expected that. I think that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. So you guys managed to get in basically undetected. The decoy will they trade the collars for the face shaping hologram. They managed to swap the robes and all that, and Janella takes her rightful place as the spoiled pop princess of the cloning prison. As I think you all have been taken, like you've all wandered the halls. There are the huge doors leading to the cloning facilities deeper inside. But as you all are headed to the in the enclaves of the soldiers, the higher ups, the people who live in this place, it is very much a living space and this a different arrangement than the actual deeper facilities where the business goes on. And you see people walking about, milling in these living quarters until you get to the higher ups areas, literally higher up in the facility, where I think it becomes evident when you get to Lim's floor, as the extravagance just multiplies by a immeasurable amount. If it was like the Star Wars equivalent of like gilded halls, art, fountains, just whatever extravagance can be afforded is afforded at this floor. And when you get to Janella's room, I imagine it's kind of like I'm imagining it as Jabba's residence in the second movie, or the original trilogy. But instead of like a big lounge, it is a huge bed made of pillows and soft bedding. There are several guards around, and that this is when I think Janella is trading the hollow collars and getting a switch with a decoy, and you all have managed to make it into the depths of the, like a different depth of the facility, but you are inside. Has anyone been looking for anything specific, like monitoring the like, or as you are in, do you have any plans? I mean, Refi, you've literally brought the droid here too, so there is that as well.
That is very true, and I am aware of that. I'm pretty happy about it. It's so easy. Wow. Visa, so asking around plans. Could this be a setup? And I know it's a little sideways because we're not really downtime, but there are a series of downtime moves, one of which is finding out more information about something with investigate.
This sounds like it will be downtime before the big plan. I think you're correct.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm trying to find out more information. This is on D89 in case anybody's looking on the moves tab.
Yeah, the starts on 76, I believe, is the downtime move.
Right,
so.
right. Yeah, they start on 76. Investigate starts at 89. But yeah, that's where it is. I think I will try to investigate this place and learn a little bit of information about it. So rolling with sharp, which means I increase my pulse because this is a new scene. Yes,
It is.
so much pulse, guys.
You may need it to re. Oh, you don't need it to re-roll. How dare you?
That is a 10. And there are actual investigate questions. I get to choose 3. Does anyone want to throw in? Is there an option there that you want me to choose? Because I'm handing this off to everybody, like our thing.
I mean, if we're doing downtime, I'm probably going to be doing an investigation of my own. So you
Okay,
do
cool.
you.
Discover something about them. Ask them any question they must answer truthfully with some exceptions at the narrator's discretion.
Okay.
What gaps are there in the, or can be created in the evening with the current guards? Yeah. What gap do they have that we see?
I think you will notice the changing of the guards. Like every 2 hours, there is a refreshing of the patrol. So like you if you wait for like a specific time at the top of the hour in 2 hours, that you will have like a 5-minute window where they're switching out.
Okay, cool. I have 2 more. Sorry, I have to keep going faster. Let's see. I want to learn a weakness, and if you don't think they're involved enough in the scene, that's perfectly fine. But I wanted to learn a weakness about Lim.
Oh, yeah. From what he's been requested, he's not authorized to take Janella's DNA.
Ooh, interesting. And then one of the options is ticking a clock. I don't know if we have a clock.
I can set one up.
Mm.
I could set up as like when Lim is going to act on his plans, which may give you a bigger window to act on your own.
Damn. Because I was going to try to leave no traces. So I like traces and being spotted. I'll tick a clock that you're making right now. I'll tick it.
Yep. I will make a note of that clock. Yeah, and I will put it at 1 of 4. Because I mean, he doesn't have that big of a window. Because I think someone else was going to investigate at least one other person.
Yeah, if we're doing downtime, I'll get in there as well. Give it a shot.
Yeah, let's see how this sharp goes. Do you want to spend pulse? You can spend
Yeah,
2
I'll
pulse for a
spend pulse.
reroll.
2 pulse for a reroll.
Yep.
Okay. Let's roll it again. 9. There we go.
There we go. You get to ask 2.
All right. Let's discover something about them. And now I'm going to say, like, Emmett is more concerned with just like the facility in general. Just like, we're just here to steal. Like, I'm going to mess with these people and grab something, and I'm going to leave and never think about them again. So, what is this place like? I want to ask, how could I create a problem somewhere in this facility that would be bigger than the originals being stolen? That would like force them to put out a different fire.
Yeah, release the clones that are red, that have been fully grown, but not mind controlled or
Programmed,
dominated. Yeah, programmed.
Yeah. All right, hell yeah.
And one more.
I'll say Emmett doesn't leave any traces.
Aha. Unlike someone. Does anyone else want to investigate, indulge, start a fight?
So what I'd like to do actually is I'd like to read a person.
Mhm.
And what I'm looking at is I want to check out the decoy and the other guards here to see if we can trust them, that kind of stuff. Obviously, Janella does because she's swapping with the decoy right in front of them. But I don't know anything about them, so.
Good plan.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm horrible at that, so yay. That's a 6.
Yes. Do you want the XP and the
Oh, I have to take the XP. I don't have any pulse left, so
Oh, good.
yeah.
Oh, good for me.
Yes.
Oh, let's see. What do you notice about these guard? Well, or what do you miss? I think the guards and the decoy are very trustworthy. They're all in fact, I think not only are they trustworthy, they're trusting. They've been invited here. Why would they be in? I think you can tell that a lot of them have like been indulging with Janella's decoy. They are intoxicated or not as alert as they should be.
They've been partying.
Yep.
Okay.
And Varsk, do you want to do anything during this downtime?
I don't know that any of the downtime stuff really makes sense for me. I think Barsh just wants to is just waiting for a moment where everyone's kind of distracted and he can just kind of sneak off on his own and prowl around this facility, get access to places he's not supposed to go, that kind of thing.
Oh, that seems. Let's have Varsk go off on his own then. And I mean, a frozen acting on their own seems plausible, but yeah. I think you are wandering through the facility, and we will see the remnants of a oh no, I think you're going to see the remnants of what the consequences of an action as several guards are walking past. One is holding the corpse of a blaster shot womp rat with a tracker on it, and the other is holding the head of a droid that is very familiar to at least one of you. Most of you have tied to the chain breakers. They are holding the head of Jux, one of the people who hired you for this mission.
Now I need to remember what my connection. I do have a connection.
Yours is the
with
chain
Jux.
breakers. Yeah. I think Cam's was Jux is the what I remember.
Yeah, so Jux does have a string on me. And that is who. Okay, that's who I'm working for. Yeah, I'm gonna try to just walk past casually, but then follow them wherever they're going.
Yeah, it sounds like you may be doing something risky there.
Or okay. So I get +1 forward when doing something risky. Yes, and that's it, right? So that's an 8.
Yeah, you can follow them. You can follow them easily, but I think I will give you a tough choice. Actually, you can follow them to Jux's body, but they've already downloaded her. They've downloaded information from her already, or you can you can track them to where they're going to download the information, but they are not the biggest threat you will face.
I guess I better hit them before they get the information, because if they download Jux's info, I'm included in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you follow them to this like big engineering room. There's lots of different electronica that's glowing, beeping, doing all that good sci-fi stuff that and this is like droid retrieval information. Just I think Emmett would have a fucking field day in this room with everything that can be taken apart. But standing in this room, taking off their shroud, I think is Kara Tumult. And they are a hornless Zabrak who is a Sith Jedi, and they are I think
Great.
they are looking very expectantly of the people who are bringing the leftovers of their trials earlier, and they sneer at the womp rat. The womp rat's thrown into the trash, but they lovingly almost take the head and start stroking it, and that's when you can see the flickering in Jux's eyes. She's still alive. She's still conscious. What do you do?
Direct confrontation sounds like a bad idea. I need a distraction somewhere. we do that?
There are a lot of electronics. We can also say there are tubes and vents that have those tubes and different like vents, stuff that may have steam in them if you want to strike something or like create a fog embankment.
There we
or
go. Yeah, if we just fill the room with
Smoke.
steam, smoke, and create chaos, hope for the best.
Of course.
Sounds good.
Do you think you are defending Jux? Do you think you are
Yeah,
engaging
that-
the environment?
Engaging the environment.
I
That
don't.
that maybe makes the most sense. I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I think engage in conflict would make sense because you want to like
Yeah.
take something from
I
them
mean,
and push them where you
Yeah,
want. That.
yeah. I'm not doing it as directly, but yeah, I think that's pretty much what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
that makes sense. Okay. Just trying to make sure. Okay, because I have a loner, so I get +1 on going when doing something dangerous. Wait, but is that doing something risky or no? No, it's
Without
not
the help,
dangerous.
this is dangerous without the help of allies. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
dangerous without the help of allies.
Okay, so I do get that +1. And then if someone has no strings on you, take +1 on going.
Yep. And
Okay,
Kahara does not have strings on you.
Okay, so I've got both of those. Okay. It's okay. So it's a 9.
Yeah. So let's see. You get a base and no extra.
Okay. I mean, I'm trying to take something from them, right? I'm trying to take Jux.
Yeah. So I think do you want to narrate how you like strike the scene and create the steam blast, or do you want to leave that to me, or like how do you think this looks?
Yeah, I mean, it's just Vars slipping into the shadows and into the room, and yeah, just some big duct picking up some piece of metal and just prying it till it breaks open, spreads fog, and he just runs straight for Jux and grabs her, and then yeah, apparently does not get clean away though. That's when things maybe.
Yeah. I think you do take it from them. You are running down the hall, but the thing is, I think there are cameras. You are caught. You are being viewed running away, even though like everyone in the room is coughing, distracted and everything. Then suddenly there's like this force bubble that appears, and you see Kahara concentrating on their power and keeping the smoke away from them. But I think like all the other people around them, because like they are concentrating it away from them, are like beginning to suffocate as more and more of their oxygen is being replaced with this steam. As they start walking out of the room, leaving their subordinates to suffer their fate. But you have made a clean getaway. You are out for now, but I think the rest of you will start hearing the klaxon sirens of an alarm.
I do a quick head count of who's around and notice that Varsk isn't there. We need to find him.
So I think I
Nick.
turned to, yeah, I'm going to turn to Janela and her guards, and I'm going to say, you should be protected here, but be on your guard regardless. We'll be back as soon as we can.
She nods, though I think she is like smoking something that is very halfling pipe weed. It is safe for TV, but just barely.
I think I'll reach over and I'll pluck a cape or something like that off of one of the guards, and kind of throw it up, trying to blend in a little bit. I think I'm much taller than most people, so I think my legs stick out from underneath, but at least it's something. So
Yeah. Refi, Emmett.
Come on, Emmett. Let's go find Varsk. He must be in trouble.
Yeah, Emmett will just do like a short salute and just start barreling down the hallway, probably.
Yeah, Varsk, you are making it down the hallway back to the way you came. I think as you are turning the corner, you will run into A62, who is running towards you. Unlike one of you, not out of breath.
Yeah, I think if Emmett sees you, like A62 will just kind of like step to the side so that you can keep running past, and it's basically just guarding the hallway behind you, just like blocking, like covering your retreat.
Hey,
What did you do?
well, I guess I'll go and just show them Jux.
Oh,
Looks like the job's maybe a bit extra complicated, but could be a bonus if we actually get everything out.
I guess.
A62 is just like, are we going now then?
I think we have to, because otherwise the whole place will be locked down.
This is bad timing. Let's do it though.
Yeah.
All right. Who's running down this hallway after us?
I think as you are playing this, that's when, of course, like the Imperial March has to be playing as this Sith is coming down the
Oh crap.
hallway. We see the violet lightsaber shine and begin humming as the camera pans into it, then slowly up this Zabrak's form. And I think they round the corner, see you four and the head, point the lightsaber out and just say, "You have something that belongs to me."
And then AC62, I think, just says, come take it then. And I'm going to engage in combat.
Oh my, this is gonna go badly. I
It
think
should.
I've got Emmett's back.
Let's see that combat engagement.
Okay. What am I at? Okay. All right, 9.
Okay.
Okay.
So Refi, are you going to do anything?
I guess so what did you roll?
If you're not, you roll a 9.
Oh, I
so
could push it up, right?
You
By
could.
spending a
if you're not, I
string?
will. Yeah.
Oh, let's see. How many do I have on Emmett? Let's be all metagamey for a second. I don't have any strings on Emmett.
Okay.
Oh, I spent them all last session. That's right.
Okay. So then I will. So Cam's going to step up beside A62 and like strike a defensive pose. So I'm going to spend a string to give you a +1 to pop that up to 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to trade blows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend my heart stealer for the session and also take something from them. I want that lightsaber. It's
Fuck.
mine now.
And your other extra?
Those are my two bases. And then I get to choose an extra. I'm going to choose to take one less harm from them.
Good for you, because that would have been 4 harm coming your way. So you take 3 harm minus any armor you possess, which I do not know if you have any
I
armor.
don't think I have any armor.
Yeah, I think this lightsaber like is shearing through the droid, and like as it's like shining through into the core part, like almost about to hit the jaw inside, the arm like grips up, like grabs Kahara's wrist, begins like twisting in ways only a droid can twist until they have to like spin and let go of the lightsaber, and the other hand comes up and catches the lightsaber before it falls. But and the droid's body is no longer red hot melting metal, but like finally stopped as Kahara is thrown back from this assault, looking a bit bloodied and very angry that their lightsaber has been taken. Yes.
Cool. I would love to try to entangle her so that she can't hurt us more.
That is fair.
So I guess I would need to engage with my heart. So, I don't need to ready my heart because it's already there. So I'll engage in conflict as well. Engaging in conflict is daring, which is not my best. All right. That is a 4. Let's see. Remind me what I could do a pulse. Can I blow a pulse, 2 pulse to Isn't there a
Reroll.
pulse for reroll? Yeah.
2 pulse to
2 pulse
reroll.
to reroll.
That seems worth 2 pulse to me. I don't need that much XP. I'll do it again. That is
Oh no.
But does anyone have a string on refi they want to spend?
Oh yeah. I have a string on refi. I can do that.
Yeah, just coming in big support.
That's right. Basically, I think as she comes, as the Sith comes after us, and refi kind of steps up. That's whenever I come down with my like rifle butt.
So refi, you get 1 base, and you can pick an extra if you let your Sith opponent pick an extra.
Oh dear. I guess Sith opponent without a lightsaber. I have to remember that.
Yeah.
Cool. I will trade blows. I have a gun, but they have the force, so maybe they crush me or throw things at me with the force. So I'm not worried about that. They can definitely give me harm. And extra. Ooh, that's good. Take a string on her. Oh, I can't resist it. I'm gonna discover a weakness and take a string on this fine Kahara Tumult. Tumult, by the way, great surname.
Thank you.
Props for that.
It sounded very Sith.
It sounds very Sith to me.
I think the weakness you discover is their ability, their desire not to lose. Like they are willing to go all out as their hands enter this intricate positioning of a symbolism, and a streak of force lightning shoots out and slams into Refi's chest.
Oh crap!
Her extra is that she's inflicting an additional harm, so please take 4 harm minus your armor.
My employer does not have 2 strength on me, therefore I have no armor, and I will eat that 4 harm. Oh goodness. I do 3 harm, a distant heart, 3 harm, and restraining is a tag that
Yeah, so I think that they do get their hand in that symbol, launch it out, but then like they are stuck in this blaster. I've been playing again Kodor. Like I imagine like the adhesive grenades, just like
oh yeah, that
this,
sounds
like,
cool. I like that.
it's like stuck in place as the force is beginning to rise around. You can see like this adhesive is also probably keeping them upright at the moment, as they are very badly hurt after these 2 attempts. But as a Sith, they're
Mhm.
not likely to give up because right now.
Awesome.
And
So you said that she's restrained, is that right?
they are restrained. Yes.
They are restrained.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna so now I think I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna try and whack them. I just to help out Refi, I think I cracked them across the face with that butt of the rifle. And I think I'm gonna reverse it and take a swipe at them.
Go for it.
Yeah, so I think this will be engage in conflict.
And since they are restrained, take +1 forward.
Okay. So that's an 11.
Yes, choose 1 and an extra.
Okay. I think I'm going to trade blows as the base.
I would
Um,
say you can also take their consciousness from them if you would like. This
Oh,
is a TV show after all.
you're right. That's a good idea. I really like that. Yeah, so I'll take their consciousness, and I'd like to create an opportunity for an ally, and I think that's us being able to, basically someone get a head start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you crack Kahara against the skull. You see the anger dull out of their eyes, like everything dulls, and then the eyes roll back in their head, and they slump into the wall, held up just by this adhesive. Stormtroopers are coming down the hall, but now more afraid for their boss's well-being and what that might mean for their well-being than running after y'all. So y'all get a very good head start back, like running to wherever you would like to in this facility. But I think as you guys are running deeper into the facility, that is like the final shot of this. It's like your footsteps are running, the sirens are going. And I think we see the Grand Moff like turning in her chair, pulling out this large blaster rifle and getting ready to go deal with these problems. Yeah, let us bring this to it. Let's see. Is there a session end here as well? Downtime.
Don't think so.
Don't think so. So just stars and wishes to go around. Okay. As Rich does, we will start with wishes and go back around and do stars. So I will open the. Should I choose in character keeper order or just open up the floor?
Let's go in order.
Okay. I will go with Rich first then. Your wishes.
Wish. So I wish that the Sith shows up again later with a vengeance as we try to escape. That was a tense moment. Boy, we dealt out a lot of harm. She maybe needs some help. Man, she's a damage dealer though. That was deadly. I really liked that. Yeah, I think that's the main wish, is some more like action and maybe pay off on the am I gonna screw over Emmett or not.
Yeah.
For last
I've just got to put you in a position where you can choose to help Emmett or let them suffer.
Yep. That's what I wish for, indeed.
Okay. Steven.
As far as wishes, I need to I struggled a little bit with getting pulse. So I need to keep an eye on that mechanic a little bit more. But yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay. Brian?
Yeah, no specific wishes, just yeah, looking forward to the big conclusion, see where it all wraps up.
Gotcha. And Sydney, your wishes, and you can start with stars as well.
All right. Yeah, I would say wishes. I gotta get around to getting my heart broke. That's a whole big thing for my character. So I am here.
What's
for
the
that.
trigger for it? And I'll try to keep that in mind.
There's a good chance Vars could do that when, if and when he finds out that Innate is actually A62, I think.
Yeah, and you can also break your heart instead of dying. Don't forget.
Yeah, I can do it instead of dying, and I think I specifically can choose to like get a 12 plus on something. Push my heart to its limits for the rest of the scene, advance all your moves, but your heart is broken at the end of it. So if I want to do like another dramatic last stand in the hallway kind of situation, I can put myself in that situation for sure. Yeah. And then stars to Ferret for really pushing what the fuck is this Jawa doing here. I really enjoyed having Emmett's buttons really pushed that way and driving home that conflict for him. So that was awesome.
Thank you. Brian, your stars.
Yeah, just stars all around. I thought yeah, really liked seeing all these characters, and yeah, really enjoyed getting to interact with both A62 and Emmett. That was fun.
Stephen?
I was laughing out loud at some of Emmett's, antics and stuff. Just throwing the spice around and then messing with the stormtroopers, and it was like, oh, what's the best thing I can do here? Oh, let all the clones go. And I'm like, oh, this sounds terrible and awesome. So that was really good. So, and I enjoyed getting to interact with some of the other PCs that I hadn't before. So that was really good.
And Rich?
Star for you, Ferret, for just like going. Yeah, this shows up here. That was good. That was good timing sense, and it was a nice all of a sudden terribleness to us. Also, the Womp Rat payoff was good, and throwing the head of Jax in as a complication for Brian like that a lot. Oh crap, someone's here for me, and I'm gonna have to go get the pizza delivery. But I enjoyed the sessions. Emmett was also awesome and very funny.
Yeah, and we're okay with posting this up, everyone?
Yep.
Okay.